This guy has stuck into appraisers or raters problem. Can you help? Let's see if we can help. Hello everyone. Welcome to our lecture titled Problems of Appraiser or Raters and Their Solutions. After taking this lecture, you should be able to understand the problem of appraiser or rater in performance appraisal. You should also be able to provide solution to avoid or correct problems of appraiser or rater. Alright, let's see. In our previous lecture titled Performance Management and Appraisal, we have discussed this process in detail. Here, in second stage of the performance appraisal, we came across the problem of appraisers or rater. Before moving ahead, let's once again understand what is the appraiser or who is the appraiser or rater. Although we have already discussed this concept in our previous lecture, but for better understanding, let's understand this once again. Appraisal can be done by immediate supervisor, peer group, rating committee, or self-appraisal is also another option. All these are appraiser or raters, or we can say whosoever does the appraisal is referred as appraiser or rater. Let's move to the problems faced. The major problem that we encounter here includes unclear standards, halo effect, central tendency, leniency and strictness, appraiser bias, spillover effect, and recency bias, etc. Let's understand one by one. Look at the table. It illustrates the unclear standard problem. The graphic rating scale here is qualitative in nature, which would result in unfair appraisals because the traits like quality of work, quantity of work, timeliness, etc. are qualitative in nature. Similarly, the degree of merit, that is excellent, good, poor, and very poor, is also ambiguous. For example, different supervisors will define excellent performance or good performance differently. Okay, this problem is observed in all qualitative measures and hence quantitative measures are preferred, right? Let's move to other problems. First we have is halo effect. It is defined as the tendency of one trait to influence other traits while making an appraisal. There are a number of ways in which the halo effect can influence the perception of people in work settings, especially in work settings. Studies suggest that the halo effect is one of the most common biases affecting performance appraisal. To understand this, let's take an example. Supervisors may rate subordinates based on the perception of a single characteristic rather than the whole of their performance and contribution. For example, a worker's enthusiasm or positive attitude may overshadow their lack of knowledge or skills that causes co-workers to rate them on higher side than their actual performance is. Clear? Now we have interesting side of the halo effect also. To understand this, let's see. The corporates have understood the positive side of halo effect and they are using it in their marketing department or is used by their marketers. What they do is marketers take advantage of halo effect to sell their products and services. When a celebrity spokesperson endorses a particular product or service, our positive evaluation of that individual changes our perception towards that product or services. All right. Then we have central tendency, also called as central tendency error. It is a tendency for a rater or appraiser to place most items in the middle of a rating scale. For example, in table 2, 3 traits of an employee are appraised, namely quality of work, efficiency, and timeliness on a 5-point Likert scale. A manager might place most of the employees in the middle, that is at 3, with a few people getting 4 or 5, or few will get 1 or 2. It is worth noting that on a 7 Likert scale, the problem of central tendency further increases, and on a 11 Likert scale, it gets very high. This problem can be resolved by understanding the questions, as if the rater or appraiser is not clear about the questions, he or she is more likely to rate in middle. Okay. Then we have leniency or strictness. Leniency biases occurs when the rater is more lenient compared to other raters. However, in strictness biasness, the rater is observed as too tough in evaluation of performance. The problem of leniency bias is that all the scores given during evaluation of performance will be on higher side, and makes it very challenging to know the real strength and weakness of the individual whose appraisal has been carried. Okay. The leniency and strictness bias can be removed by training the raters and making them aware about this bias. Apart from this, the employees may be evaluated by more than one rater, and using well constructed rater scale is also another solution to it. Appraiser biasness includes appraisers' personal characteristics such as age, race, and sex, etc. Managers should not underestimate this problem. Benchmarking and calibration is a good solution to this. Many organizations ask their rater and appraiser to meet and discuss how and why they rate the employees the way they rated. Okay, fine. This ensures rating consistency over different departments. This is also called as calibration. Okay. The last one for the discussion here is the spillover effect and recency bias. Spillover bias is a bias when an appraiser or rater rates the employees over the past performances while ignoring their present improvements. However, in recency bias, we see that recency bias is opposite to spillover effect. As in recency bias, the appraiser gets the tendency or has the tendency to evaluate the present performance or evaluate the performance on the most recent activities while ignoring the past performances. Okay. Let's see what's the solution to spillover effect and recency bias. Year-round feedback and 360-degree appraisals are the best solutions to spillover and recency. Now let's see how and what else we can do to avoid or correct appraiser or rater problems. This is solution to the problems of appraiser or rater. It includes, the first thing to be cared is learn and understand the problem and its proposed solution. This is what we have already covered in our lecture, where we provided solutions to different biasnesses. Okay. Then we have use the right appraisal method or tools. Each tool has its own pros and cons. For example, ranking method avoids central tendency but can raise bad feelings among the employees, as it gives relative appraisal, that is, in comparison with other employees, and does not produce absolute rating. Hence, we shall be clear as to which method or tool is best fit for the situation. The different appraisal or tools can be learnt in lecture in detail titled Performance Appraisal Methods or Tools. Okay. Then we have to train the appraiser. However, training is not always a solution, but it helps the appraiser in avoiding many problems and increasing his or her efficiencies. On our left, we can see a balance has been created in the amount time and efforts invested. This balance has been achieved by appraiser or rater by implementing the different solutions discussed in the lecture. Hope you are clear with the problem and their solutions. Okay? You capable now to help this guy? Hope you enjoyed the lecture. Feel free to write a feedback. Thanks for patience learning. Thank you.